Have you ever wondered how the largest democracy in the world emerged from the shackles of colonial rule? This journey began under the oppressive thumb of British rule in India, with the roots of resistance planted deep in the soil of the subcontinent. The first sprouts of rebellion arose in the mid-19th century, in what is often hailed as the First War of Indian Independence, the Revolt of 1857. This historic uprising was fueled by the courage and determination of countless individuals, but a few names shine bright in the annals of history. Figures like Mangal Pandey, a soldier in the British Army who defied his colonizers, and Rani Lakshmibai, the Queen of Jhansi, who refused to surrender her kingdom. Their bravery and sacrifice lit a spark of defiance against the British rule. Though the 1857 revolt was brutally crushed, it ignited a flame of resistance that would eventually engulf the entire nation. This was just the beginning of a long, arduous journey toward freedom. The late 19th and early 20th century saw the rise of a robust nationalist movement in India, but what fueled this surge of patriotism? It was a potent blend of political awakening and the formation of a unified platform, the Indian National Congress, founded in the late 19th century. Two key figures emerged as the torchbearers of this political consciousness: Gopal Krishna Gokhale and Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Gokhale, a moderate leader, believed in constitutional means, lobbying for political rights and demanding self-governance. Tilak, on the other hand, was a firebrand nationalist. He ignited public opinion against British rule, using cultural symbols to inspire patriotism, like the Ganapati festival and Shivaji Maharaj's anniversary. These leaders played a crucial role in promoting political consciousness and mobilizing public opinion against British rule. Their efforts laid the groundwork for a more aggressive push towards independence as India entered the 20th century. As the 20th century dawned, India was ripe for a more assertive push towards independence. The arrival of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi on India's political stage marked a significant shift in the freedom movement. But how did this quiet, unassuming man lead a nation to independence? Gandhi, often referred to as the Mahatma or Great Soul, introduced a revolutionary concept, satyagraha. This philosophy of non-violent resistance became the backbone of India's struggle for freedom. Satyagraha was more than just a strategy, it was a call to moral awakening, urging the masses to stand up against injustice but without resorting to violence. Gandhi's approach was unique, and it resonated deeply with the people. Take, for instance, the iconic Salt March of 1930. It was a peaceful protest against the British salt tax, yet it stirred the conscience of a nation and attracted global attention. Similarly, the Quit India movement in 1942 was a direct, nonviolent challenge to British rule. Gandhi's principles of peaceful protest and civil disobedience resonated across the world, inspiring numerous other freedom struggles. The aftermath of World War II was a critical turning point in India's freedom movement. What happened during this period that sped up the process of independence? The repercussions of the war left the mighty British Empire financially and militarily drained, weakening their grip over their colonies, including India. This was the moment that India had been waiting for. Leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, who became the first Prime Minister of independent India, and Subhash Chandra Bose, who led an armed struggle against the British, stepped up their efforts. Nehru pursued diplomacy and negotiations, while Bose sought international alliances to put pressure on Britain. Their combined efforts, along with the relentless struggle of the Indian masses, created a momentum that was unstoppable. This was the final push, the ultimate act of defiance against the colonial rule that had throttled India for close to 2 centuries. On August 15, 1947, after almost 200 years of colonial rule, India finally achieved independence. India's freedom struggle was a testament to the power of unity, perseverance, and non-violent resistance. But what can we as global citizens learn from it today? Let's take a step back and reflect on the key takeaways from the grand narrative of India's journey to independence. It was the power of peaceful protest that echoed across the world, demonstrating that change can be achieved without violence or bloodshed. The unity displayed by millions of Indians, despite their diverse backgrounds, was an embodiment of solidarity that led to a collective triumph. The significance of political activism was another critical lesson, as it stirred the conscience of the nation and ignited the spark of revolution. These lessons aren't just confined to India, they're universal. They remind us that when we stand united, we can overcome any adversity, no matter how formidable it may seem. As we navigate our own challenges today, the lessons from India's freedom struggle serve as a beacon of hope, reminding us that change is possible when people come together with a shared vision